Well, how do you do, everybody?
Greetings and lacerations, as I've been saying.
Yes, it is good to be here.
How was everybody today? I know I'm great, not really. I just had a horrible experience at Pick and Save. Well, a grocery store that I go to,
Yeah.
kind of named
Pick and Save. I think we can say that.
But it's Rye Day.
It is Rye Day.
Here with my dad. Here with Eddie. I'm the dad.
You're the dad.
Yeah,
You're a little manic right now.
I'm a little crazy. Here's what happened. So Saturday, I pulled out my new card from the bank.
Okay.
And it's an ATM card. So I look at it, and it's been sitting on the pile for like 2 weeks. So I figure I better activate this.
Sure.
And I punch in the numbers. Not accepted. Punch in the numbers. Not accepted. Punch in the numbers 3 times. Not accepted. Go shopping that afternoon at my store.
Local Pick and Save.
And I try to use my credit card.
And it just doesn't work.
The account is locked.
Oh, no.
Both savings and checking. So,
no.
Yeah. So I had Isla with me.
Yeah.
His sister,
my sister.
My daughter. And she says, well, I copied the money, which made me feel real good. And we got our groceries and left. But today I had cash. So I figured this will work.
Yeah.
So I hustle up to the Pick and Save to get our Oreos because I know it's
Rye Day. We need Oreos for Rye Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get the package. I run over to the cash registers, and there's like 10,000 people with 10,000 groceries and 10,000 carts. And I'm like, I'll go through the express line.
Sure.
And I'm standing there, and I got my 10, and I got my Oreos, and I'm like, and the machines, because of the coin shortage,
don't take cash.
Don't take cash.
Yeah.
So then I hustle over here without my Oreos, knowing that the day is going to be ruined, except for we've got a ton of
tons of rye.
good rye.
Even if we don't have the Oreos to go with them, we got tons of rye.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's better on an autumn afternoon than football?
And
walking in dry leaves and drinking rye. If you have Oreos.
Well, you are nice enough to take a break from the Packers game to actually come and do this stream.
Yeah.
Erica's watching in the other room right now.
Now, I'm a big Cowboys fan, but the home team is the Packers here in the Great White North.
And why are you a big? Oh, and did we say our names, Ed and Mike? I don't even know. For people who don't know, we just jumped into this. Apparently, I'm Ed. He's Mike.
Yeah, or Tom.
Tom,
the old man.
We should, before we get into this, we should say hi to everyone in the chat, though, Pop.
Hi, everybody.
We're jumping into this. We're going ass backwards here.
Yeah. And that's the way I roll.
Greg D. Stagg, my man, met him down in Texas, just at the Bastards Ball just a little while ago. That was awesome. Good to see you, Greg. Big Dog, what's up, my man? He says he was watching the Packers game. And Fox didn't even show them the first half of the first quarter.
That's old school spelling. That's cool.
Yeah. And apparently, Erica was saying our broadcast is like a minute or two behind, like the East Coast broadcast. It's very strange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very strange right now. Nick Lovin, he's putting out the fancy rye for this one. What's the fancy rye? Looks like Polish rye. Oh, we got a little bit of that. We got a little bit of the Polish rye.
And there's a story.
And or he's going to do the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. That's also a very good option. What is everyone else drinking? Big Dog, he knows about Dickel Rye and Bullet Rye.
Okay, sure.
Both good options.
Solids.
Of course, Nick Lovin is saying that Whiskey Tube has scared him away from most things Dickel. I disagree. I like Dickel. I know a lot of people don't like Dickel, but their rye is good. It's MGP.
Yeah.
And the stuff they gave to Uncle Nearest was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people always talk about Flintstones gummies when they talk about Dickel, but
can't go bad with a rye.
Yeah.
I always say. Sometimes you can't. Speaking of going bad. Oh, but first introduce her.
Okay. And Rob Nians, good to see you. Midwinters. I got the new Midwinters. I don't know if you've tried that yet, Dad.
No.
If you want to try that. Sean Whiskey, what's up, my man? Hi, Ed. Oh, I do like the new job. Thank you. We just picked up an almost 6-year rye from Drift'll Spend on Friday. Nice. And he has a 7-year MGP rye he's bottling for Hezekiah Crane. Very cool. That's awesome. This is Sean of Pequod, I believe.
Ooh.
Pequod Distribution.
Oh, them.
Yeah. And LaPrint is here. Hey, LaPrint, guess what we're finally getting to? The samples you sent us.
The babies.
We're finally getting to them. So I'm glad you're here for this one.
His,
Always that word
his
you
and
can't
hers,
drink.
no less.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm the his.
the Roop. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
The Roop is here. Good to see you, Roop. Okay, what were you about to say, Pop?
Oh, hideous stories. Last week it was Halloween, and I'm still dressed for Halloween, as you can see. But anyway, I get out of here and I realize Halloween's at 4 o'clock. Trick or treaters, little kids, you got to have a pumpkin.
Sure.
So I go up to the family farm, not ours, of course.
Right.
Anyway, from here I go straight north, and I go to the farm and I get a pumpkin, and he's got apple orchards, just trees of apples, all kinds of
Sure.
that you could ever imagine, Spartans and reds and yellows, and whatever. Anyway, so get my pumpkin, and he says, "Hey, come on in here. I got something nice." I was like, "Yeah, okay." He's usually got some cool things, and
Yeah.
he says, "I got a brandy that's made with apples."
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Cool." And I pour a little, and I sniff it, and I'm thinking, now my hearing's not the greatest. It's like 60-40. But I could have sworn he said apples and not assholes. Because this was the worst stuff I have ever put in my mouth in a long time. I suffered through. That was really good for you.
Did he make it himself, or did he get it?
I think it was a combination of he made in the back room. And, it was like getting grog from the guys up in North Street.
Sure.
Just
awful.
If you can suffer through it, though, you can.
It'll get you.
It'll get you hungover, but my God, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but I did get the pumpkin. We did have kids, and I stayed as Woody last week.
There you go.
Eileen was Sid.
Sid from the bad kid.
Yeah.
The bad kid.
Yeah. So, anyway, it was good. But horrible experience. So I'm hoping some of this stuff's really good.
Oh, I'm sure. What should we start with?
I happen to know that one's really good.
What should we start with, Pop? We do have a lot of ryes here.
We're gonna go from pale to dark.
Okay, works for me. works for me, man. Sugar Kitty's here. Good to see you, Sugar. Meow. And the Prince says he doesn't even remember what he sent us. You sent us Timber Creek, Florida Black Rye.
Yep.
So this is a Florida distilled thing. It's made with black rye, which is grown specifically in Florida, nowhere else. Just the Florida. So
cool.
Yeah. And also, I should announce for those of you who have been annoyed by our inconsistent schedule with these live streams. Oh, what were we starting with?
That one.
That one. Okay, let's start with that one. We might only be able to get one pour out of this, or two very small pours.
Small, tiny, itty bitty.
For those of you who have been confused and annoyed because we've been taking forever to figure out when we were going to be doing these streams on Sundays, we are going to be doing these at 4 p.m. every Sunday. True. We're going to be kind of pre-gaming the Kilco stream, as it were.
And that's going to be Central Time.
During
most of the Packer games. So
yes,
it's going to be great because not being a huge Packer fan, that works for me.
You like the Packers?
I like them okay. Yeah, I remember back the old school Packers way back in the 60s when it was Bart Starr and we won like 3 championships, and then we had the dry years where we had Lynn Dickey, and then we had who were the quarterbacks?
I don't know. I'm not old.
We actually had McMahon at one time, but we also had Mikowski. And all these guys you'd never heard of, and boy, we sucked. And then you got born, and then we had Favre, and life was good again. And then we had Rodgers, and now he's up. Now we got Jordan Love, and I have no clue how he's doing.
I guess Erica will tell us. She's dedicated.
She's got to whoop and holler and let us know.
Yeah.
So we'll let her know at intermission here.
Greg T. Stagg is saying hello again. Hello again, Greg T. Stagg. I don't know if you didn't hear that I acknowledged you, but I want to make sure you're acknowledged.
We're going to start with Anthony A. Aardvark and move right through the list.
Yes, because we love you. We love you, Greg. He's awesome. He actually works for Total Wine down there. He's their spirit supervisor. And I hate Total Wine, but I love Greg. So, all right. And then Rob Neans is sending us €5. Look at that. He currently doesn't own any rye. Can you recommend a rye that is good and available? He likes bold flavors. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hey,
that's awesome.
We've got Dutch people showing up. That's awesome. And giving us money. Yeah, what?
£5.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
What's that, like $1.60?
I think the exchange rate's actually in their favor.
I think so.
Well, I mean, for availability, certainly Bullet is available everywhere
Oh yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what distribution is like over in the Netherlands.
I don't even know. I do know. We were over there. Kind of close.
But I mean, Bullet's everywhere,
Yeah.
which is nice. I would imagine some of the Canadian ryes probably make it over to Europe. Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Is Brad on the line?
Yeah.
He would know.
Certainly. The nice thing is, though, now that there are some Scotch distilleries doing rye. So Johnny Walker has a rye. I haven't tried it yet, but that's definitely going to be in Europe for sure.
Cool.
I'm trying to think. Some of the big boys, probably a lot of the big Kentucky distilleries will probably be over there. The Woodford Ryes, the Old Forester Rye. Old Forester Rye is amazing. So if you can find Old Forester Rye, that would be a good one.
Cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I really love is craft rye. That's mostly local to,
yeah,
you know,
right here in the Midwest.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or the
But-
Great White North. Or
Yeah.
what are we calling ourselves these days?
Whatever we are.
Yeah.
And he's on Dram of Glen Scotia Victoriana. Well, if you can't get rye, that is not a bad option to go with, for sure. Oh, and Nick Lovin agrees. Yeah, Bullet Rye should be pretty easy to find. So yes, so we're starting out with a gift from Whiskey Weddle, our friend, our distiller friend from Heaven Hill, who gave me this bottle. Well, he was going to give me a full bottle, but unfortunately it leaked in his suitcase.
Ooh,
Yeah, and
right into his mouth.
Yeah. But this is something he brought to the Bastards Ball.
Okay.
It's the nice thing with this is they tell you everything about it right on the label. I love transparency, and I love when people give you all the little nerdy details. So this is Limestone Branch Rye Whiskey, single barrel Kentucky rye. So it was in a 15-gallon barrel. Barrel entry was 53.54%. So that's a pretty low barrel entry proof.
Yeah.
Bottled at 47%. Barrel char number 3, 100% malted rye, aged 24 months. So a nice young rye. Yeah, I like, for those of you who don't know, I prefer my rye young. Retains more of the grain flavor. Yeah. Oh, the print is saying, yeah, wild turkey. That's a good
Oh,
option.
I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Wild Tree Ref for sure. Yeah. You gave me a bottle of that. And it
Yeah.
went poof.
Yeah. Sean is on Bear Wallow Liar's Bench Distillery Single Barrel Straight Rye Whiskey. Oh, Nashville, Indiana craft distillery. I didn't even know there was a Nashville in Indiana.
Nashville, Indiana.
Wow. Adam is asking, how do I like barrel seagrass rye? I had that when I was working at Ray's. I remember thinking it was pretty good. I remember also, because that's the one that's finished in, what was it, rum barrels? It was like rum and cognac or something like that. A weird mixture. Like it was rum, it's like rum agricole, cognac, and something else that they finished it in. I thought it was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a bottle here, but I did get to have a sample back when. So he was saying this was really funky, which kind of makes sense for a malted rye, but
it's a little funky. Yeah.
It's not as funky as I thought it was
Well,
going to be.
it doesn't smell like a rye to begin with.
It smells fruitier.
Yeah.
I mean, and rye can be fruity, but it's usually that dark stone fruit or peachy kind of fruit. This is brighter.
I was thinking it was the age thing, but maybe it's the malt thing, or maybe it's, I don't know.
Malted rye is weird, right? Because you would think malted rye malting a rye might just make it sweeter, you know, but it doesn't. Malted rye can go in all sorts of weird directions. It can get really funky. Yeah.
Okay, now on the taste.
Oh, that's odd.
It's funky, but I like it.
Yeah. That's a funky rye.
Yeah, it's a very funky rye.
That's a funky rye.
Now, how to describe this?
That is a really funky. It's super figgy, but like sweet.
It's sweet.
It's a really sweet figgy, but then like
it doesn't have the huge bite of the spice.
No, it's not a spicy bitey rye.
No,
it's more like a barnyardy
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that.
Kinda.
Kind of like hay.
Kind of like hay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like. Yeah. Oh, Greg T. Stagg is on that Whistle Pig 10-year barrel pick.
Whistle pig.
Some of those Whistle Pig barrel picks, that say they're 10 years, are actually way, way older sometimes. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can get like a 15-year-old Whistle Pig for half the price of what they charge you for an actual 15-year-old Whistle Pig. So,
cool.
Yeah. Adam is saying he loves the immense variation in rye. Balcones cast strength rye varies so much from, let's say, seagrass or even Canadian rye, like Alberta or.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Oh, no, for sure. Balcones cast strength rye is its own thing. It's like chocolate and candy and
duty.
coffee.
You
And
could scoop that thing out with a ladle.
yeah, it really is. It's like drinking a big pot of mud.
Yeah, that's like over the top. Wow, right. Yeah.
Oh man, I like this. It's grassy.
Yes.
It's kind of grassy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a hay, grassy kind of different. Very different.
Yeah. This is I've never had anything from this distillery before. Limestone Branch. Yeah, I've never tried anything from them. So this is cool that Weddell gave this to us. And you don't see a lot of Kentucky distilleries doing 100% rye. Usually they're doing like a 51%.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the more rye, the better.
Yeah,
Sure.
generally, I think so.
Especially if you got the cookies.
Which unfortunately we don't have.
No cookies.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's okay. You know, I wonder if part of the reason this is coming off as a sweeter, fruitier rye is that low barrel entry proof.
Yeah, it could help you.
Yeah, because
You don't have that blast.
53.54%, that's pretty low for barrel entry proof. And you'll get a lot of that
Interaction.
Yeah, a lot of that sugar, a lot of those wood sugars. Yeah, so maybe that's part of the reason we're getting such a.
Could be.
Yeah, I like it. It's not as straight up funky as I thought it was going to be. When he said funky, I thought this was going to, because some rye malts are like, it's like drinking wet leaves.
I was thinking dirty socks.
Yeah.
It's like, we've had funky and it just tears the hair out of your nostrils.
Right.
It's just bad.
This is funky. It's not awful funk. It's kind of a sweet.
Did you
grassy
open
funk?
this one?
Have I opened it? Nope.
No.
I haven't opened it.
I think we're going to do this one next.
Okay, let's
Tipper
rock and
Creek.
roll.
Yeah.
And I do like, for some reason, they have a Kentucky Straight Bourbon sticker on their Kentucky Rye. Not sure why, but maybe
they're funny that way.
maybe it was mislabeled. Yeah. Adam T says Balcones cast strength rye is chocolatey. It really is chocolatey. That's true. It's chocolatey, but also I always compare it to those Mexican lollipops that have the pepper encrusted on them.
Oh yeah, or the chocolate with the
with the with the little bits of pepper.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The jalapeno and the what's that other red? Maybe the more. He's a bigger guy.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right. What do we know about this one? Other than it was free. Thank you very much.
So this is the print. The print sent us this because we were talking about Florida distilling in one of our streams a while back, so long ago that it took me forever to get around to this. We haven't had so much good stuff from Florida so far. Florida has been middling.
Which is interesting because they have the heat, they have the salt air.
Mm-hmm.
You
think they could do some really interesting stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just because for right now, their distilling industry is kind of in its infancy.
Okay.
Compared to other states.
Where are they getting their grain?
Well, this particular one is all from Florida.
Okay. And if
Which
you've
is
ever
cool.
seen the inland of Florida, it's just nasty. How they can get anything to grow down there, I don't know.
But this is what they're calling black rye.
Okay.
So it's 100% rye grown in Florida of a particular varietal called black rye.
Black rye.
Yeah. And so we'll see how this is. I mean, the nice thing with black rye or with rye is that you don't have to age it quite as long to get some nice flavor.
Right.
So if this is a little younger, it doesn't really matter. It's probably still going to work just fine. Huh. You've never tried Yellowstone? I don't know if I've ever tried Yellowstone. The bourbon? Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever have. Feel like I have. I feel like I had them at a tasting or something. So, does this smell like rye to you?
No. No, I was going to say this is another funky one we've moved into.
Yeah, this doesn't smell like rye.
This is great. Yeah, two different.
Oh, Limestone Branch is Yellowstone. I didn't realize they were the ones behind that.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't realize Limestone Branch was Yellowstone. Okay, so yes, then I have had Limestone Branch. I didn't realize that was who that was. Okay, well there you go.
Learn something new every day. I can go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's like grade school. I know something new.
Yeah, this doesn't smell like rye. It smells like rum to me almost. Like a bittersweet kind of like Jamaican rum.
Oh, well, maybe a dark rum.
Yeah, like a dark
That's
rum.
a little funky for a rum, though. Interesting, though. I like interesting.
Yeah.
That last one was interesting, and I loved it.
Yeah, this is definitely different. This is not.
So, what is a black rye? Is that just kind of?
I think it's just the name of the varietal. I don't know if it's darker in color, or it has a darker, more charcoaly flavor, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or do you burn the husk off, and that's what gives it the?
No, I think it's just the name of the varietal. Okay. It's not like they blackened it or anything like that.
Spices and flip everything.
Yeah, right, like Cajun cooking. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
No.
You're not into it?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike it necessarily. It's way different from what I was expecting.
Okay, so criteria is for rye, criteria is for brandy, criteria is for rums.
Right.
Where does this fall?
I have no idea.
Yes.
This does not taste like I have to say this does not taste like any rye I've ever had.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
So just in that's kind of a success right there. That's kind of
it's unique.
Yeah, they've made something incredibly unique. This is not like any other rye.
I don't know what bucket to put this in.
I have no idea. Like I said, this smells and tastes more like a rum to me than a rye whiskey. It's like, yeah, it's got that bittersweet molasses tang that you get from a rum.
Yeah.
Like a dark rum, and particularly like the English style of distilling rum. Like Barbados, Jamaica, the English colonial sphere, that kind of rum.
Not quite as sweet, but yeah.
Yeah, but it does have a slight like. I'm looking for the telltale signs of the rye, right? I'm not really getting black licorice. I'm not really getting pepper. I'm not getting pickle.
No, this is completely different, which is fun. I mean,
there's a
wholly different grain.
Yeah, there's a little touch of maybe
a little pickle.
I was gonna say eucalyptus, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an aloe.
An aloe, sure, yeah.
Very interesting.
Don't hate it. It certainly doesn't taste like rye,
right?
But I don't hate it.
No, the acid test would be: does it go good with an Oreo?
Right. I kind of doubt it. It's not dry enough. It's not spicy enough to go with an Oreo. This is a kind of a sweeter, more candy kind of rye. Hey, Emily Chambers, good to see you.
That's very interesting.
She's another Floridian.
Ooh,
yeah. It is good to have you in the chat, as always. And a reminder, if you haven't hit the like button already, why don't you do that? And if you have hit the like button, thank you. And if you aren't subscribed, do that. And if you are subscribed,
if we need to
thank
hit
you.
the like button for him and the hate button for me, that's fine. Is there a hate button? There should be.
Oh, black rice. I think we're talking about two different things. Black rice, I assume, is different from black rye.
I don't think so too.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got another rye.
We do indeed, and this one's got a cap.
It's got a cap, not a cork.
Cool.
Not a cork. This is Punjabi Club. Oh, we should get that to focus. Let's see if we
Oh, yeah, okay.
can we get this to focus? No. Close enough.
There it is.
Punjabi Club. So, Punjabi Club is weird because, and actually, I think this is either a different label because they have the rye whiskey on the back. The newer versions have rye whiskey on the front. What's with the?
Have we had one of these before?
I've had a sample.
I'm thinking like way back in the day when we were filming up above
Patty's,
the bar. Yeah.
Did you hear that they might be closing?
No, that's possible.
Yeah. I'm really sad about that. Patty's is a local bar. We shot our very first episodes in Patty's.
All right.
And now they might be selling the bar because the owners are retiring, and I would be very sad. Greg is saying near him is a rapid aged rye. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a rapid aged rye. I like my rye young anyway, so why rapid age it?
More,
yeah, why put it? Why torture it?
Why can't we wait for 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. I think like a year to 6 years is my happy place with rye. Year to 6 years.
Okay,
that's my happy place. So I don't know.
I guess I'd have to say I'm a 3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
Just
beyond that, it just starts to get a little too much of certain characteristics.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the barrel influence.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm a big fan of young rye up into middle aged rye. That's my preferred thing. Yeah. I wouldn't go older than 6 years. I think 10, 15-year-old rye kind of pointless.
Yeah.
For me, that's my opinion. If y'all like that, that's totally cool.
I guess we're gonna have to get one and try it.
Yeah, we have. Remember that Boss Hog, the $500 rye whiskey?
Yeah.
That wasn't that impressive.
No.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Emily Chambers is saying she loves rye except the rum barrel aged.
Oh,
I think I'm on the opposite side of that.
I'm with Emily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You prefer it? You don't like the rum barrel aging?
Yeah. Why put sugar on top of it? I mean, it's rye for a reason.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
You got the spice, you got the pickle, you got the bold.
But sometimes you get that rum in there and it tastes like a cinnamon bun. And I usually don't like sweet things. I'm not usually big on the sweet.
He hates me.
Yeah, right. I'm not usually big on the sweet things, but sometimes that cinnamon bun flavor that you get with that rum cask finish
at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, let's talk Punjabi Club though.
Punjabi Club.
So, you would be forgiven for thinking this is an Indian whiskey.
You would.
It's kind of an Indian whiskey.
Okay.
So it was actually distilled in Canada, but bottled here in Monroe, Wisconsin, by the Minhas Micro Distillery.
Oh, okay.
So the people at Minhas, they are some Canadians of Indian descent.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So they are from Canada, but they are Punjabi, of Punjabi descent. So they named it Punjabi Club.
Sure.
And the thing with this is that they have one brewery up in Canada, one brewery here in Wisconsin in Monroe,
right.
And attached to the brewery here in Monroe,
right,
is their micro distillery.
Right.
Yeah.
We were there. Yes, now I recognize this.
Yes, we paid a visit.
Yeah, and we got some pictures, which we should interject somewhere in here.
Well, I would have to upload them. It's on our Instagram. If you're not following us on Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram and see our weird adventures outside of YouTube. Okay. And you can do Facebook too.
And our trip to Monroe was a complete success.
Yes.
We were down there visiting a family friend, and we happened upon this microbrewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think actually the Minhas Brewery is one of the oldest in Wisconsin. I
think
think
that's right,
because
yeah.
they bought the old brewery up there, and then they started the distillery. next to
Distillery,
it.
yep.
Yeah. So they've actually got a few different things we picked up.
Yep.
That we're gonna be doing reviews of.
Yeah, I think this was my second favorite of the 4 we tried.
What was your favorite?
The other one we bought.
Yeah, there's too many bottles around here,
Yeah,
man.
we'll find a later.
Well, because they have St. Patrick's, which is a Irish style triple distilled pot still style,
you know,
and then they
I
have.
don't think we bought that one.
I bought a bottle of that.
Oh,
one.
you did? Okay.
Yeah, and then they have this, and then they have their actual. They have an Irish sourced whiskey,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty shit,
Yeah, that was.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Greg says that rapid aged rye is actually pretty good.
Oh.
In his opinion,
Okay.
he's going to get us a sample. You do not have
are we
to do
talking
that.
rapid growth or rapid distilled?
Andrew Spirell is saying Minhas makes terrible stuff, disgusting discount beer called Boxer. I don't really drink a lot of beer, so I wouldn't know.
Apparently he does.
Yeah. But they do have a rye whiskey. See, now that smells like rye to me. That smells more like rye. That smells like pickle.
In a grainy field.
Yeah. Pickle, black licorice. It's got the usual rye. The usual rye notes. What do you think about the taste?
I'm thinking it's young.
Yeah, which I don't mind. I like young rye. I do.
It's very.
Yeah. I don't actually know. Well, I mean, it's Canada. It's got to be 3 years.
Okay.
So, I will say maybe a touch thin on the
It's
taste.
thin. Yes. It's just rolls over your tongue and goes.
Yeah.
That's a technical drinking
Yeah.
term. In case you
Rolls
missed
over
it.
your tongue and just goes. It's a little thin. I will say the flavors that are there I like. I like the nose quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah. I like the nose.
Yep.
I like the flavors on the taste.
Yep. And the finish.
Finish is good.
Yep.
Black licorice,
Sour pickle.
pickle,
Yep.
big pickle. I'm liking it. It's hitting all the stuff. It's got a little bit of pepper. That said, I think they could have.
I think it's a little thin.
It's a little thin.
Yeah, it needs a little bit.
They
more-
should
more
have.
oomph.
They should have bottled this at like 46.50 maybe because it's at 43%.
Oh, okay.
Too much water in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too much water. They should have bumped that up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I think if they hadn't proofed it down,
Might be really good.
it's
not horrible.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible. I don't think it's awful.
No. It's the best rye we've had thus far.
Yeah. I mean, it is the most.
Rye-esque.
It's the most prototypical rye.
Rye, yes. I love that word.
Prototypical.
Yeah.
Yes.
$3 word.
Yeah.
You win now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, compared to the other ones, this is. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, this is the most rye-ish rye.
Rye-esque.
Rye-esque. Yeah.
Cool.
The other, because especially compared to the black rye, the Timber Creek,
Right.
That's nothing like rye. The Limestone, much more grassy barnyardy. This one is like fresh, peppery rye.
Okay. Now this next one I know a lot about,
Okay.
only because I've drunken a ton. I think Eddie gave this to me for my birthday.
We bought that up in Minneapolis, I
Oh,
think.
was that Minneapolis?
Mhm.
I can't even remember.
Yeah.
So he drops this bad boy off on me, and the wife and I we're into watching TV once in a while, and we're watching this show called Longmire. And I find that when I'm drinking, a couple of hands of this, Longmire is like Shakespeare. The acting's wonderful. The storyline, the dialogue. I mean, everything is just clicking.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm well versed with this one, and I think you're going to enjoy this immensely
All right.
after these other three.
Let's do it. Let's get a little. Big Dog says faint praise indeed. Yeah, it's not the most damning with faint praise.
That's
wrong
the
one.
wrong one.
Yeah, it's true. I don't hate it. I like it well enough, but I wouldn't say it's one of my top ryes for sure. Sugar City says, how about 46.527 proof? Got to get that exact percentage.
Wow. Okay. This one's 58.6.
Yes. So this is their Polish rye from Kazuba and Sons, bottled by Cat's Eye.
No.
Yeah, it's focusing on our faces. I don't know if we're
Which is unfortunate because that's the worst.
because our faces are terrible. Yeah. Who wants to see our faces? Yeah. So also, which one is this? This is distilled on 2012, alcohol 58.6%. So this one's healthy. 8 years in the
Bottled
barrel.
on 8/14/2020.
Yeah.
And you get a 5-cent refund in Iowa.
Oh, there you go.
Right, I'm going to drive down to Iowa.
Let's go to
I'm gonna
Iowa.
try
Get that
boy.
Get that five
Get the 5 cents, and then we'll go to Vegas and bet it all on 15 black.
Oh man. Speaking of gambling, did you hear about that guy who nearly made like $76,000 off like a $200 bet? It was like a 15-leg bet, and he got 14 of the legs, and all that had to happen was Detroit had to beat the Packers a couple weeks back. All that had to happen, and he missed out.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago, was that all the missed field goals? That could have.
Was that one? I don't remember, but yeah,
it was a crazy game.
yeah. Oh, Nick Lovin. Nick Lovin says Longmire for the win. Says you got good taste. Oh, your dog died. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm sorry, Emily.
To the dog.
To the yeah. Yeah. That is a peppery rye.
That is, yeah. This is like high proof, high pepper.
Yeah.
Kick in the pants. Even on the nose.
That is the perfect Oreo rye, I feel
this is
yeah.
quintessential Oreo rye.
Yeah.
Paste is...
That is that dry, peppery rye. Yeah. Yeah, that is pure black pepper. Whew.
Yeah, this one's fun. I like this one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I should, but you know.
Roop says never take a bet involving the Lions winning.
Smart.
Roop is also saying, few Immortal Rye made it in my top rye list this weekend. The 8 Immortal Tea hits a lot harder than I thought it would. I had that one down at a whiskey fest down in Chicago. Yeah. It wasn't my cup of tea. Wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't too into the tea aspect, but yeah. Oh, speaking of weird flavors in rye.
Sure.
I just had a thought. I'm 95% sure they put some flavoring in this Punjabi Club.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 95% sure. Because one, they don't have it labeled as straight rye, just regular rye. So, and two, it's Canadian rye whiskey. So I'm 95% sure there's some kind of flavoring in there. Or some sort of other distillate or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. My man Sean is on his second pour, 44% rye, Hewling Station bourbon. I love that one, the Hewling Station. Yeah. No, I'm big on the Hewling Station. It's a very high rye bourbon. It's pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Emily. That's so sweet. Yeah. Yeah, right? Canadian could be anything.
That's what I was just thinking too. They do some funky blends up there.
Yeah.
Funky flavorings, funky everything.
Well, 9 point something, 1/11th basically, can be distillate of not grain. So you could distill oranges, for example.
Sure.
And cut your whiskey with
or
it.
apples.
Apples.
You wouldn't want to because apples is bad.
Yeah, well, we'll have to have some Calvados on the show. It sounds like you had some bad apple
I had
brandy.
some bad
You
apples.
had some bad apple brandy. How do you like them apples?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, this one's fun.
Yeah. I don't get I don't get a lot of like pickle.
Nope.
Not really.
Nope.
It's all black pepper, black licorice, and actually a surprising amount of wood influence. Here, let's keep the bottle
I think
in
this
front
is
so
a
people.
high volume of alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, it's finished in port wine.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't even realize that. So this is another.
Forgot about that.
This is another port wine finish.
And port is kind of, well, as people know, port is
Fortified wine.
Yeah, but it's kind of sour, kind of
Oh, sure.
heavy flavor, kind of.
Yeah. And
So,
a lot of people,
it works really well with this.
a lot of people are doing some really cool stuff with port finishing ryes. I mean, Midsummer. Oh, you should try that Midsummer before you leave. We'll break that out. I don't know where I put that bottle, but yeah, Midsummer, obviously, dark rye from Basil Hayden. A lot of people are doing port finished ryes because
it makes sense.
It works.
It works. It's
yeah.
This one's a good one.
And actually, the crazy thing about this though is that port finish is not overwhelming.
No,
I think that was my.
In fact, I missed it completely.
Right?
So you're reminding
Yeah,
me.
yeah, right. Like that's mostly rye.
It's like that's one of the flavors.
That's mostly just rye.
It is. Yeah, it's a heavy rye.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of like that, like with a ruby port especially. You get that super like strawberry kind of thing. You're not getting that here. The port, whatever portwood influence there was on this, is kind of hanging back and letting the rye do its thing.
Oh
yeah,
it's getting beat up.
Yeah, for sure. But which I prefer personally because I think like especially with some of those early midsummer night or midwinter night drams, like I think what was it, Act 6 or Act 5, one of those. The port finish way overwhelmed the rye, you know, and they've kind of figured that out now. They've kind of gotten it balanced, but this one really lets the rye shine. Yeah,
this one's great. Yeah, and you can drink it all night. Like I said, you can get through 5 Longmires.
Yeah. Bubble Bath is saying his Polish rye isn't port finished. Really? Did we get a particular Polish rye that was just happened to be port finished? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, that's cool. Port finished.
Minneapolis, here we come.
Port finished rye. Yeah, we found this in Minneapolis. We couldn't even get it here in Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah, Port and Madeira is really fun finishing. Oh, as long as I got you here, we should also break out the new blackened and see what you think of that.
Okay.
Okay, we can't drink too much. You got to drive.
I do.
So you give me that. Give me that.
Okay. Yeah, you save that one.
I'll save that one.
Give that to Erica or something.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Not so next. Okay, I gotta do a quick flush.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. So his is barrel SC58, 8-year, 58.6. Our barrel is, we are also at 58.6, but barrel 22 of 201. I don't see a barrel number on here. Interesting. Perhaps this was just a separate run they did. They didn't bother to put a barrel number on it. Yeah, this was bottled 8/14/2020.
But check the color.
Yeah, no, that is a.
It's got some red influence.
It certainly
red
does.
wine influence.
Yeah, certainly does. All right, Stellum. Stellum is finished rye portmanteau. Portmanteau. I like that. That's clever. That's clever as hell.
Too late in the evening for clever, damn it.
All right. So Stellum is a hey Whiskey Nose. What's up? Are you going live later, Mr. Whiskey Nose? I hope you are. That would be nice. Speaking of, Kilco's right after us. Go watch Kilco. And I think Whiskey Nose, and obviously it's Bourbon Night is going to be on. Everyone already knew that though. I got to actually talk with them some down in Texas.
Oh,
really,
sweet.
really nice people.
Really?
Fantastic people. Ooh, put it in the middle so people know. All right, so Stellum Rye though. Stellum is the new imprint by who is this? I knew this before I was gonna fuck. I before we started the stream,
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I got to mention who Stellum is the subsidiary brand of.
Because there is absolutely no information on this bottle whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't actually tell you who it is. I'm going to look it up right quick.
They give you nothing. It's a pretty bottle, though.
Barrel, that's it. Thank you, Bubble Bath. Yeah, it's Barrel. So Barrel is known for doing their sourced weird finishing stuff, but now they're doing blends of more standard style whiskeys.
Okay.
So this is actually a blend of MGP, Tennessee, and Kentucky rye whiskey. So you've got a very high rye mash bill mixed in with a couple of lower rye mash bills. So I think the lowest being like 65, the other, and then 95% from the MGP. So yeah, thanks, Bubble. Yeah, and Sugar Kitty and Emily had me too. Yeah, it's Barrel. Sean is saying the Polish Barrel was a red from an Iowa wine company, not port. Are you sure? Because this says port wine. This says very specifically port wine.
We could show you, but we can't show you. So.
Yeah, it's very tiny letters. I don't think it's gonna focus on it. Can we get this? Can we get this to focus?
Oh!
Oh, look, you got it.
Hang it long enough.
Wait.
You had it.
Where was it?
3,
2, 1. Hey, there it is. Yeah. Port wine. Unless it could be American port. You know how there's like Texas Madeira?
Yeah.
It could be that it was like an American port. Because we don't care about nomenclature and proper things like
true.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it was shipped into a port.
Yeah. Anyhow, but yeah, so Stellum. So this is, a blend of 3 different state whiskeys: India, Kentucky, Tennessee. Sean is saying, oh, it was a different release. So they must have done a few different wine finished options.
Sure.
That
makes sense.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for us.
Yeah, good for us.
Especially this one.
Bubble Bath says, suck it, EU regional designations. I will say, though, American sherry sucks. American sherry absolutely sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love sherry so much. American sherry is terrible.
Sherry.
We're the Canada of wine. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. We should have done this one before the Polish.
Probably, yeah.
We definitely should have done this one before the Polish, because this smells like nothing now comparatively. I'm going to have to like reset my nose and my palate.
Okay.
Is this the kind of content people want to watch? Just me sniffing my elbow?
Well, no, but there are other bodily parts that would be.
Yeah, this is somebody's thing, though. Somebody out there is way into this. Just
now the nose on this is amazingly deceptive.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did port and KBBS finished light whiskey and Nassif too. Oh, the Nassif family blend. Nice. Are you headed out, Emily? Thank you for stopping by. We love you. Oh, and Nick Lovin, his is bottled a day after ours, also port wine finished. I like that they give you the bottling date. That's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This doesn't smell like nothing. Okay.
Take a taste.
Oh, wow. That taste is amazing.
Doesn't that just bubble up on your tongue?
That's amazing.
That's fun, yeah.
Holy shit. This is fantastic.
It's not the pure black pepper bite, but it's there. It's muted and it's smooth and it's cohesive.
Oh,
it's
man.
Just, it's got and it lingers.
Wow.
It sits on your tongue and just goes, hey.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Emily. Yes. And if anyone's watching the replay right now, we love you. Make sure to subscribe.
People watch replays?
Yeah, right? People watch this show? Who the fuck is...
We've got 3 or 4.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Who the hell is watching this shitty show? Go watch someone better.
Yeah.
You know who's knocking it out of the park right now?
Who's that?
Who's doing an amazing job, and everyone should go watch him? Cheech. Cheech Ardolino,
Oh, okay.
Whiskey Encore.
Yeah.
That dude is killing it right now. And he, like, I'm very proud of him because he was one of our like guys who show up to our live streams and like hung out.
Hey, hi.
Yeah.
I just want to be
And
here.
then now he's doing his own channel, and he's doing way better than us. Let's be honest.
Wow.
He is
it 'cause
killing
he's
it.
smarter, better looking.
He just, I think,
funnier.
he has a very he's got a very easygoing, nice personality, and it just works really well for live streaming. He just
okay.
and he's really cool. I was in his chat the other day. I was like, damn, this is a really good stream. This is a fantastic stream.
Well, okay, I'm gonna have to start watching that. Not that I'm gonna emulate that, because I'm an old dog. I'm not gonna change.
We can't emulate that. We are gonna be stupid assholes till the end of our days.
No. This is Mr. Peabody, and I'm Sherman. I'm learning. You're pontificating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, your aunt wants to know, why is some stuff constrained
in the market right now?
Yeah. She's like, I don't get it. Why not just, shove it out there, distribute it evenly, and let people have at it?
Depends on which one you're talking about, which product you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because certain products right now in this time period are allocated not because the whiskey's actually rare, but because the supply chain is so fucked up that they can't bottle it.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't have enough glass or whatever. They can't ship it. They can't move it. So that's its own thing.
Yeah.
That's its own thing. If we're talking about like standard,
special stuff.
Yeah, the standard allocated shit.
Yeah.
Part of that is because there are primary, secondary, tertiary markets. Right. And you would think that you would distribute based on how many people are in each market. So you would have a even distribution.
Hence the word.
Right. That's not how it works, though.
Okay.
Because
explain it to her like she's a 5-year-old. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah, right. So let's take an example, like the most famous one, Buffalo Trace.
Yes, of course.
Buffalo Trace has some of the most allocated brands right now. And some of those are seasonal releases. Some of those are released throughout the year. But even the ones that are released throughout the year right now are getting allocated.
Right.
Like Blanton's, for example. And even in some areas,
tight consignment.
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Standard Buffalo Trace has become allocated.
Which is crazy.
Bad shit. Yeah. Oh, and Ancient Age. Like Ancient Age got allocated in some states. Yeah. People were crazy just trying to buy up all the Ancient Age. It's nuts. Anyway. But the part of the problem is that we have a 3-tier system.
Yeah.
Right? So Buffalo Trace can't say what markets their stuff is going into outside of their little area of control. They can sell it in their distillery. They can have that local presence, but they don't have a lot of control if some distributor really wants to move something somewhere else. Buffalo Trace can say, hey, distributor, we want you to sell this much of our vodka so you can get these allocated things. We want you to sell this much of whatever so you can get these allocated things. They have some control over who gets what, just based on who's able to sell the most of what they want to sell. So like Buffalo Trace says, I really want to sell this much of my shitty vodka. And your sales reps are supposed to go out and sell that much of their shitty vodka. And whoever sells that much,
and here's the prize.
And whoever sells that much of their shitty vodka
gets
some allocated stuff.
Yeah.
So Buffalo Trace has control over it in that way, in that they can sell to a distributor based on how much product they are selling. But once it gets in the hands of a distributor, right,
they can do what they want.
They can do what they want.
Right.
And generally, that means you're going to hit big markets.
Yeah.
You're going to hit your primary markets. That's New York,
Chicago,
Los Angeles,
LA,
Chicago, Austin, and parts of Florida.
Parts of Florida?
Parts of Florida, like Orlando.
Wow.
Orlando.
Heavy drunkards down there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that means that disproportionately, those markets are going to see more bottles.
Right.
So like if you go down to Austin right now, you can find Weller Green Label on the shelves for its regular price. Up here in Wisconsin, You could search every day for the next month trying to find
It
some
ain't
Weller,
happening.
and you're never gonna see it.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see it.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
So it's a mixture. It's a mixture of Buffalo Trace wants to sell, and they are trying to sell a lot of product, or whoever, it doesn't matter, whatever distillery.
Right.
They want to sell a lot of product, and they are encouraging people to sell that product by dangling a carrot.
Right.
But also
the distributor
is
dangling a carrot.
The distributor also
of
dangles
their
a carrot.
own, and they want to make the money.
Anytime you have a middleman, things get a little crazy.
Sure.
And even though I work within the 3-tier system, and I am in the middleman,
yeah,
I am in the middle of the 3-tier system, I fucking hate the 3-tier system. Like, don't get me wrong, it pays my bills, it pays my rent, but I can't stand the fucking thing.
Wow.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it all came about, fun story.
Yeah, fun story.
It all came about because there was one Texas congressman or senator, whoever, who, and I learned this when I was down in Texas, over at Still Austin. There was one Texas senator who was super pro-prohibition. And when prohibition was on its way out, he said, oh, well, let's institute a 3-tier system to control alcohol.
Sure.
Because if I can't have prohibition, I'm at least going to have this.
Yeah.
The fucked up part of that was that they found a moonshine still on his property.
Beautiful. I like it.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. But, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, prohibition and the 3-tier system are both remnants of an old, what was essentially a anti-Catholic, anti-Black, anti-Latino conspiracy. And this is not me going crazy and saying it's not a conspiracy as in it's not true. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I mean, literally, the prohibition activists teamed up with the Ku Klux Klan to institute prohibition and the 3-tier system because alcoholism was seen as a Catholic and African American and to a lesser extent Latino issue. And they thought that they could break the back of basically German and Irish controlled breweries and distilleries. And so prohibition was very much motivated by this bigoted sentiment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew that?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I learned something twice. All right.
Yeah.
I don't have to come back for a week.
Yeah. So, and of course, ABC state control. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Because alcohol is seen as a vice. It's not seen as a commodity or an art form. Right. It's seen as a vice that needs to be controlled.
Which, no.
I mean, in the regard that we should acknowledge alcohol is a psychoactive poison.
Right.
Right. So we need to
kill yourself.
You need to be extremely careful with it.
Right.
But the motivation for prohibition was not, let's keep people from hurting themselves. It was very much, we don't like the people who like alcohol. We don't like Irish or Mexicans or African Americans.
Right.
And we don't want them to be drinking, you know.
Horrible. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that helps, Tracy.
We got off on a big tangent. All right. Before we go, I'm gonna do a scotch. Why don't we do a scotch rinse, and then I want you to try this Midsummer right quick. Or do you want to try the blackened? Which one should we do?
Well, I've had the blackened.
No, the new blackened.
I know it's.
Did you have the new blackened?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell did I do with that? I don't even know where I put it. Damn. I wonder if Erica every once in a while comes in and rearranges things. Because
or takes them out to watch the Packer game.
Yeah, so I don't know what I did.
I haven't heard much cheering.
Yeah, I don't know. How are they doing? I wonder.
Anybody.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one. This is the other one from Minhas, the St. Patrick's. We'll do a review on this because this is actually like an Irish style triple distilled.
Yeah.
So
next week,
maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I did with those bottles. Move. I gotta.
Pardon me. Excuse me. Squeeze me.
Okay, here we go. This is the closest one, so we'll just do this one. Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
There we go.
One's good, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Oh, also
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Also, the Polish man.
I'm Mike. This is Ed.
That's true too. There was a lot of anti-Polish sentiment, especially here in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of.
No, I won't even go there.
Yeah, no, don't. Your generation.
Oh, we ripped on them. No,
Yeah.
bad.
Milwaukee is incredibly racist.
Well, you got to realize it was mostly Germanic, and then it was Polish, and then it was Italian,
Yeah.
and then others. So yeah, the Germanics thought we were the best and the brightest, and look how that went at World War II.
Yeah, that didn't work out for you.
No, not so well.
Yeah, no. There was a lot of anti-Polish sentiment.
Oh, huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we ever talked about this on the show, but speaking of Milwaukee racism, so back in the day, Milwaukee had what were called racially restrictive covenants. It was basically Jim Crow, but instead of doing it through like the actual law,
no,
they did it through banks.
I worked at a bank, and when I went for my mortgage, they pulled out the map and they said, "You do not want to live inside the red area."
The red lining, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had it so you actually had to sign on when you signed your loan. You signed your loan. There was a line in that loan that said, "You will not sell this to an African American, a Jew, or a Pole, and you will not let those people live on your property unless they are your servant." It's incredibly racist. It's terrible.
Milwaukee, I tell you.
Oh my God. Milwaukee is just so bad. Yeah. I love Milwaukee, but it's bad.
It's got its history. Midsummer-night's blend of strong whiskey, finished French oak port barrels. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Big Dog, likewise,
By the way,
the war on
almost,
drugs. Yeah, let's not even get started on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, legalize marijuana. I'm going to say this right now. I've never ever smoked or eaten marijuana. But we should definitely legalize it.
I've only tried it 1,000 or 2,000 times.
Yeah.
So.
No, I had the joint, but I didn't inhale. Sugar Kitty says it's 13-0 at the half. They're not doing so hot.
13-0.
Yeah.
We're behind.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. It says Rye.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? When I reviewed this, I said this was really good, and I still stand by that. It's good.
It's a little syrupy.
I like the Polish Rye better.
I'm
realizing that now. This is one of the.
take the Polish bottle.
This is one of the few allocated bottles I really go for every year. But I gotta say that Polish Rye.
You like it better?
I think it beats it hands down.
Well, the second pull on this, I think I like this one too. I could drink this.
No, this is good. Yeah.
But yeah, the Polish one is really amazing. And why is it? I don't know.
I think this one, the Polish Rye, is a little bit more peppery. It's a little bit more
this one's
spicy.
more porty.
This one's more porty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not bad. I like the port. You do want some port, but I feel like the Polish Rye just has a better amount of spiciness comparatively. Yeah. Hey, Eli Cook, what's up, my man? Good to see ya.
Oh, I thought you were having a brain aneurysm.
Every once in a while, I just start screaming. Just Eli Cook. Eli Cook. Oh, Erica is asking, has everyone hit that like button? It must be halftime because she's watching.
Oh, hey, hi, Erica. Greetings, and
Yeah.
from the next room.
Yes. Yes. I like this. I will say, I wish I could remember where the hell I stashed that blackened, because that one it's very similar to this, but much more like it's stronger. It's got more of a punch. Maybe, you know what we should do? Let's do a video just for our patrons.
Okay.
Let's do a video for our patrons. We'll put this on the Patreon. We'll compare the port finished ryes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do I mean, not that I don't love the YouTubers, but we've been doing more. We haven't done much for the patrons lately.
And that's coming up. We're gonna be doing
short
vids.
Yes.
Again.
We got to start doing more
some
stuff.
Some of them clever, even. Some of them whimsical, some of them hysterical.
So we gotta.
Not as funny though.
Check the desk for the blackened.
Check the desk. Okay. Good thought.
I'm not seeing it. It's okay. But we're gonna do a video for the patrons. We'll do an extra little video for the patrons. We'll compare this guy, the Polish rye, the blackened, because that's a Madeira cask, and the Basil Hayden dark.
Oh. Yeah,
so if you're not a patron, go throw a buck at us. It's literally $1 if you want to go, because we'll throw a video up. We'll shoot that right after this, and then we'll throw that up on the Patreon. So
that after this.
Unless you have to leave, you need to drive.
Well, somebody's cooking dinner.
Okay, well, you won't do it. I guess I'll shoot a quick video. Oh, fine. I'll wait for you.
Okay.
All right.
I'll come over sometime midweek.
All right. That sounds good. And then Sean, he Unseen Hand brought in a Dry Fly 5-year Triticale. Yeah, rye and wheat. I've had that. That's weird. It's finished for a year in a Thurston Wolf Petite Syrah barrel. Total midwinter's killer. Oh, he'll get us a sample. Well, that's nice.
Was that English?
Yeah, right.
Whoosh right over my head, and I'm pretty quick.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that, but thank you. So, all right, Pop. Should we? Do we have to throw a buck at us? I thought we had to tuck it under the G string.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's nasty.
All right. I think we should call it a day.
And a night.
But thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, this has been wonderful.
Yeah.
I get to spend time with my boy. You get to see me spend time with my boy. He gets to spend time with me.
And we drink a bunch of whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's an excuse to drink. So,
yeah. It's a good time.
I like it.
And remember, we will be on at 4:00 on Sundays going forward.
Sunday.
So should be a good time. He's going to give it to Nate. Cool. Thanks, man.
So, yeah, Sunday at 4.
Sunday at 4.
You won't have to pay for it, but you'll be on the edge of your seat. Be there.
Isn't it you pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge?
You only need the edge.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Hey.
Until next time, subscribe if you haven't. We love you all.
Be good. Be kind.
Good.
Be safe.
And stay healthy.
Ooh.
Stay
I
safe.
jumped it.
Stay rotten.
Hey.
Yeah, there we are.